begin.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Darth Arma again, adding some more commentary tracks to Red Raptor's YouTube page. If you guys aren't subscribed, please be sure to do so right now, or when you can pause this video, do it right now, or do it at the end of it after you realize how awesome the content that Red Raptor does is. So Raptor right here, he's gonna be, I keep saying Red Raptor, that's his old name, but now it just goes by Raptor, the Raptor formerly known as Red. Right now he's going to be going up against Foxy Grandpa. Now Foxy Grandpa, probably the best player in all of Europe, you know, just astounding everybody in awe with his impeccable Batman play that he wasn't even playing throughout the whole season. As Foxy Grandpa likes to say, Batman is very potato. And what potato means is that it's a character that's a little bit easier to use, not too execution heavy, and, you know, mainly focused on set play, and a little bit less on, I guess, the neutral, especially because of Batman Standing Reset. Now, Batman Standing Reset was slightly nerfed by the hands of probably Raptor himself, considering that he does work at NetherRealm Studios as a quality assurance tech. But Foxy Grandpa has found a way around it in a new Vortex. It is a little bit nerfed because it doesn't do as much damage, but it's still something. As you can see right there, just displaying it perfectly right in front of Raptor. Hey buddy, you might have missed this one. Raptor gets opened up there on the guess, the 50-50 Vortex. Now if you guys are a little unfamiliar with the way that Injustice works or what just happened there, you can go back and look at the combo count. Basically what Foxy Grandpa did there was hit him with a standing 1 and release Bat in order for Raptor to stay in block stun. I'm sorry, to stay in hit stun. He stays in hit stun, is not free to move, not free to jump out, not free to do any kind of wake up attacks because he's still standing up on his feet. And the combo resets and he has to guess which side Batman, or in this case Foxy Grandpa, is going on. Is he going on the left side as a left overhead, or is he going on the right side as a right overhead? And, you know, if you guess right, Batman's okay. He's still safe because he's not overly committing into any kind of unsafe string or combo. And if you guess wrong, Batman gets a full combo. And if he's got meter, he can loop it over again into another situation. Now right now, Foxy Grandpa's sitting on a ton of meter here. Great throw tech there. Gets away from Raptor as Raptor desperately tries to cling on to this life lead here. Oh, all it takes is one hit. He's so close to the corner. Definitely going to leave him in a reset position here. Trait is not out yet. I don't know if this is going to be enough to kill. Goes for the back 2-3, and Raptor immediately going for the bar that he got from getting hit, going right into the push block, just saying, I'm not dealing with any of the shenanigans. I'm not dealing with any of this wake-up nonsense. So this set right here is a little bit more edited. You guys are getting a little confused on, you know, why you don't see any rematch options, or sometimes you might see the set going a little wonky where the numbers don't add up or don't mean anything. Raptor actually edited out some of the matches where they get a little shaky, and the stability of the connection is dependent on, you know, Fox, how strong Raptor can be connecting here in the US versus how strong he can connect to Foxy Grandpa all the way out in the UK, in Europe. So, you know, this is overseas connection. It's not going to be the best thing in the world, but Raptor did his best to make sure that you guys see only the best quality matches, whether he wins or loses. Well, I'm not sure. This is the first time I'm actually seeing it right here before everyone. Foxy Grandpa with the meter burn forward 3, a great way to just kind of get through your opponent's offense, especially when your forward 3 reaches so far. You can really get through zoning to punish. You got a hit of armor, and if your opponent doesn't bite and they decide, I'm going to block this overhead correctly, Batman is left at +7, which means that he can move 7 frames before his opponent can. Which pretty much puts a nice guessing game in Batman's favor, using the alligator to just find his way in. Ooh, a little bit of a drop there by Foxy Grandpa. I don't like it one bit. Very unlike him. Uses the interactable from the car bomb there. Goes to the other side, and there it is, the reset. You gotta look for that mechanical bat as soon as he releases it. It's gonna put his opponent in a lot of hit stun. so much hit stun that he can go to either side of the opponent, can't do anything about it except guess left or right as long as the vortex is applied and executed perfectly, and I don't expect anything less from Foxy Grandpa. Second place at E-League. That's a huge, I guess, runner-up spot for him. I know Foxy Grandpa definitely wanted to win, but it's so hard to open up Dragon with Batman. And Foxy Grandpa does take this. Raptor does not have access to his air escape. He doesn't have 2 bars, and he already utilized his clash. Alright, so the set, I guess, from where we're counting, it's 1-1. But this is a highlight set. It's okay. Right now, the set is 2-2, as you can see, right up there by anyone's life bar. Alright, Raptor just feeling out Foxy and getting really aggressive. The main thing to really note from Batman's float dive kick is that it has combo ability. Not a lot of hit stun, not like a mechanical bat, but it has enough hit stun to combo into. But what you really need to realize is that move, the Batman's flight into his little dive kick, flight into 1, or your square, whatever you want to call it, your light attack, it has very minimal block stun. So once you block it, you can get really aggressive and basically just force Batman to block right after. And that's what Raptor recognized. He saw the flight coming and he said, this is my chance. I need to get aggressive. I need to apply something. I know that was a really long and elaborate way to kind of explain it. I just kind of got caught. I just, picked up on that little, on Raptor picking up on it. So I just figured I would note on why he did that. Raptor not blocking the overhead portion of the back 2-3 there. The second hit after the Batarang swipe is an overhead. Pretty much Batman's only way to really get a lot of damage in the corner is starting with that. Connects the forward 3, and Raptor, good presence of mind there. Push blocking, wanting nothing to do with the oppression of blocking a forward 3, especially when Batman has you in the corner. He can go with a clean and frame perfect Batarang swipe in his back medium attack and really lock you down for a nice frame trap. Alright, Raptor buying himself a little bit of real estate. Raptor in a really good spot right now. He's got an entire meter more than Foxy Grandpa. So Foxy Grandpa opting not to clash, and Red Raptor says, I'm not going to spend any meter. Instead, he spends it right there.
Not bad for a rookie, huh?
You're still a step slow.
Just spends it right there, but it's okay. He had the meter advantage, spending 1 bar, getting 15%, and would rather hold on to the bar for some kind of potential chip out there, or looking for it to hit a perfectly executed grab, throwing Batman back into the corner and buying himself a little bit more real estate there, just backing off, walking back, and trying to get Foxy Grandpa to get hit by these. He walked him all the way down. He walked him all the way down to the other side. The mechanical bat connects. That was the swaggiest Batman combo I've ever seen. The stand 3 going to the other side and doing the grapple the right direction. Ooh, no punish there on the down 2. And Raptor utilizing one of his 2 bars to just kind of back Foxy Grandpa off because he knows that Foxy's out of options here. He cannot take any more. If Raptor builds 1 more bar, and that's it. He knew it. No way to really avoid that without really putting yourself at a huge risk or at a huge disadvantage. Alright, so Raptor does take that one. Raptor taking the lead 3-2 here. Foxy Grandpa getting the first hit award with that throw. Now, for those of you who don't know about Injustice, the first hit does not only get you bragging rights at how great you are at playing the neutral, but it also awards you an entire meter, and meter is so important in this game. Meter management is huge. Gonna extend the combo there with the use of meter. However, Raptor is out of it, so he's got to kind of back off and think of a plan B here. What do I do when I don't have meter? Well, you don't want to get hit by Foxy Grandpa because he's gonna leave you in a vortex, unless he drops a combo right there like he just did. Again, now Raptor's got some meter. He's got 2 bars to work with, but Foxy's going to leave him in a standing position. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a mechanical bat, but he does have the corner, keeping him nice and tight there. And Raptor not anticipating Foxy Grandpa to go with the stand 113. Stand 113 leaves Batman very plus, but there is a huge gap before the overhead comes out. A huge gap that is big enough for any character, really. Meter burn back 3 in between. And if your character has a parry, you can also parry in between. Foxy Grandpa going off, That down two into the standing grapple. Where's the reset gonna be? And Raptor gets hit by it again.
I'm so going to beat you.
Don't be so sure.
Raptor gets fooled again there by the vortex, the 50-50, and Foxy Grandpa not spending that third bar. I probably would have spent it, but Foxy Grandpa possibly considering that Raptor wouldn't spend any bar at all. Especially because he was at a bar deficit, so it usually kind of gives you a little less incentive to gamble your bar. Because, you know, the way that I would have figured it if I was in Raptor's position is my 2 bars are only going to avoid Foxy from, you know, damaging me 5 and 10%. You know, and Foxy's going to get a nice clean 15%, but a good presence of mind there. It's all those are the Clash mind games there. I was thinking about doing a video about it because I feel like a lot of players underestimate how much that can sway a match. Foxy Grandpa's got so much meter, he's got full bar, and Raptor opting not to continue the combo because he wanted to avoid the clash. He wants to just get this over with, get this done with, without worrying about the clash, but that is it. No bar, no resources, and no clash for himself to utilize him in a life support or pixel, a pixel left of life situation. And Foxy showing huge signs of life here. Foxy right now in the lead, 8-6 over Raptor. And look at the conversion there. It really takes a lot of skill, a lot of expertise to be able to convert things with such ease in such awkward and specific scenarios like that, where Foxy just kind of hit him with an anti-air stand 1, was able to recognize it and then precisely timed the rest of his combo. Blue Beetle's air one or air light attack is really hard to contest with. It's got such a great extended hitbox. It's purely made and the perfect spacing for challenging people in the air. Not a great jump in, but great air to air. Back 2-3 tries to get a little cheeky there with the back 2 slide. Normally that string, the back 2-3 does go from mid to overhead, but instead there, Foxy Grandpa manipulating the situation and going from overhead to low with the slide. And Red Raptor does guess right, decides to utilize his meter to get Foxy Grandpa off him, forces him to block more projectiles, tries to check his feet, and the neutral jump 3 before the batarang explodes on the ground. What a great decision there by Red Raptor to go with that neutral jump. However, he's finding himself in a really bad spot because Foxy Grandpa is not far behind, but look at all this meter Foxy has over him. 3 bars more, spends 1.
I'm so going to beat you.
Don't be so sure.
Forced to clash very early, and Foxy Grandpa utilizing not to use any of it. What a decision here. Very questionable. I don't know if it's going to bite him later. I guess Foxy Grandpa would say, I would rather use this meter for resets. You know, I'm so good at doing the vortex, especially now. Now that's what's so dangerous about fighting Batman. When he has his mechanical trait out, his mechanical bats, you really don't know when he's going to be releasing them. Now, Batman cannot release them if you put him in block stun, but if you give him a frame of a gap there, a frame of free movement, of mobility there, Batman can just kind of release and keep pressing trait to release the bat back into your face. And if you give him a gap, it's going to hit you, it's going to interrupt you, and you know, it's so easy to kind of hit confirm as the Batman player, and you can really hurt your opponent for leaving a gap there. Now Foxy Grandpa using his meter to get a little bit more health back. Raptor is not far behind. Foxy Grandpa with a forward 2 into the up batarang. A great whiff punish. Really Batman's main footsie tool when he doesn't have a mechanical bat out and ready to oppress you. And that was such an incredible set there. Guys, I'm Darth Arma. If you guys are interested in learning a few more about the basics and the fundamentals about the Injustice 2 fighting game, you guys can check out my series. Raptor's going to leave it in the description below. My series is called Push, Block, Paper, Scissors. It goes over a lot of things. I got 4 episodes out right now, and I'm currently working on the 5th one. And this is just to kind of cater to average and below average players. So if you're looking to get into Injustice, please give it a view. Check me out. And you guys can also check me out on Twitter. I want to thank Raptor and encourage you guys to make sure to subscribe to his YouTube for all this amazing content.